Please give a warm welcome to the stage, Rosa Penalosa, Assistant Chief Grants Administrator, Economic and Workforce Development Department. John Reamer, General Manager from the Bureau of Contract Administration. Leah Chu, Deputy Chief and Procurement Officer of the Office of Procurement of Los Angeles. Billy Chun, COO of PACE, Pacific Asian Consortium and Employment. And Enrique Gonzalez, Supervisor of Department of Economic Opportunity of Los Angeles County.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. So nice to see you all here. How exciting. You know, we are here today, and I am joined by a wonderful panelist that is going to be sharing with you insightful information as to how to get ready to procure in LA. How many of you are ready to get a contract either in the city and the county? These venues that are coming up, wonderful events. Our responsibility is to try to support you as much as possible. Did you know, and I believe you heard it earlier from our wonderful Mayor Karen Bass, you know, the city in this region, we spend billions of dollars each year procuring services and goods. Well, I don't know about you, but I would love for all of you to have some sort of a piece of the pie, right? And have some contracting opportunities. So if you're not ready, if you need assistance, you're going to hear from this wonderful panelist on how you need to prepare, right? And so with that, I'd like to go ahead and get started and ask a question to Leah, Office of Procurement. How is the city creating opportunities for small businesses to become vendors in the region?
Well, thank you for that question, and glad to see all of you here. Well, there's three ways that the city is helping small businesses get contracting opportunities. First of all, we're giving you the tools. We're giving you the tools to be able to learn about all of our procurement opportunities. And that tool is called RAMP. If you've not heard of us, the Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement, that is the city's website where we post all of our procurement opportunities, whether it be commodities, personal services, and construction. All of them, all city departments are required to funnel all of our procurement opportunities through here. So make sure to register, and that's how you find out more about all of the opportunities that are there. So on top of that, it doesn't just include the City of LA's opportunities. We also have the counties and LAUSDs. So talk about making it worth your while and saving you time. One place to find opportunities from multiple organizations. And one thing that people don't think about when they're using RAMP is that you could use it to do research on past procurement opportunities. Look into what we've gone to bid before. Look at all the RFPs that have gone out. Read them and get familiarize yourself with what our requirements are. That way, when it's your turn to bid, you'll be familiar with them. A lot of the times I hear from the table, people are complaining how quickly our turnaround time is when we go out to bid. So get ready. Read past procurements and get yourself ready for when it's your time to bid, right? So that's one way. The second way that we are helping people is that we're trying to train our departments to do community level contracting. So that's not anything new, but what community level contracting is, we're taking opportunities that are usually large contracts and taking a small portion of that and going out to bid separately. And that's one way we're trying to keep a piece of the pie for smaller business like you. This is not a new concept. The Department of Public Works and all its bureaus, headed by John, they've been practicing community level contracting for a while, but this best practice is not yet known to all our city departments. So we're trying to train them and teach them how to look at their contracts so that they can make more opportunities for small businesses out of the existing ones that we do go out to bid for. And lastly, one of the things we also do is we encourage small inclusive procurement. So the city allows sometimes not to go to competitive bid because they're so small, but we're trying to come alongside departments so that they become more comfortable in going out to bid for contracts that are less than $25,000. And so technically we don't have to go out to bid, but now we're teaching people to go out to bid and giving them the tools and helping them be more comfortable so that we can make more opportunities available for small businesses as well. And last thing, I think as a city, there's a commitment to local small businesses as well. Um, we have a program called the Local Business Preference Program. And so if you've not heard about it, local small businesses can get preferences ranging from 5% all the way to 12%. So if you're a local small business, make sure you get certified because there's a material value for you getting certified on the local small businesses. And even if you were a subcontractor, somebody who wants to work with a local small businesses can get preference somewhere from something as small as 1% all the way to up to 5%. There's a lot of rules, but learn about it and that can really help you. So I think those are the top 3 things I would want to share and how we're making opportunities, carving out opportunities for small businesses.
Thank you, Leah. So show of hands, how many of you are registered for Ramp LA? All right. Listen, all of these great, events, venues, and just contracting with the city and the county. You want to be registered. You want to make sure that you receive notices of these opportunities that are coming here to our very own region in Los Angeles. And you are the small business community. So these funds, these opportunities should be going to who? To you. So with that, now John, with Bureau of Contracts Administration. John, I have 2 questions for you, but I'm gonna start off with, how can Accessing LA support small businesses? And then most importantly, tell us, John, do certifications help a business with a competitive bid?
Well, first of all, Rosa, thank you very much for being a great moderator. And to all of you, good afternoon, welcome. And one more time, let's give a loud round of applause for Mayor Karen Bass. Let me tell you something. She is the biggest cheerleader for small businesses. We are here today because she so understands and appreciates the role that you play. For every single one of you in here, it is her desire, dare I speak for her, but it's certainly my desire for you to be a part of our procurement process. Not just the Olympics, not just the World Cup, not just the NBA All-Star, not just the Super Bowl. We're contracting every single day. The city of Los Angeles, the county of Los Angeles, Metro, the agency, the state of California. So this whole effort here is to let you know there is a place for you, and you have to believe that. So when Leah talked about RAMP, the Regional Alliance and Marketplace for Procurement, if you did not raise your hand when we asked you were you registered, please do not let this day pass before you get registered on RAMP. Why? It's our electronic marketplace. It's the place where you go and you hear about as well as receive and offer information to build your business. And I want to believe you're here today because you don't have anything else to do. No, that's not the case at all. You're here today because you are a strong, serious entrepreneur and you want to know what it takes to be effective. Accessing LA is a pathway that the city of Los Angeles has had for a good 8 years now, where we focus on 3 areas: rise with, team with, and build with. Those are just subtitles to speak to our wanting to prepare businesses to engage in our marketplace in Los Angeles. It's our attempt to have you contract ready, because you just can't show up without knowing why you're there. And you just can't show up without the tools to be able to engage the reason why you came. So in our efforts in the city of Los Angeles with Accessing LA, we take you through the core fundamentals of procurement and contracting with many of our city partners, some of which are on this stage here, to make sure that you have the tools. And I want you to appreciate that notion. Think of a toolkit and you getting on a ladder and you're wanting to work on something and you get up to the top of the ladder and you realize, man, I forgot something. You have to go back down and then go look for it, versus when you go up on the top of the ladder and you have every single tool that you need. Accessing LA wants to equip you with tools so that you are effective in this marketplace in Los Angeles, and I'm believing everyone in here can be. I'm believing everyone in here can be effective in this marketplace of Los Angeles. Do you believe you can be? I mean, hold on. I know there are more people in this room than that. Do you believe you can be effective in the marketplace of Los Angeles? Fantastic. So, certification. I almost want to get up and start talking to you. Certification. Why is certification important? Some people will say, you know what, I don't need to get certified because I want to stand on my own merits. I can appreciate that. I really can. But I have a driver's license in my pocket for a reason. If someone asks, I want to be able to identify for them who I am. When I showed up this morning, they gave me a badge. They gave me a badge because they wanted people to know who I am. Certification for the city of Los Angeles, not just the city of LA, the county of Los Angeles, and the many opportunities, procurement opportunities, we are committed to certain businesses, small businesses, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, service-disabled veteran business. I can go on and on and on. Local businesses. And not just someone who shows up and says, I'm John Reamer. No, someone who can verify by an outside entity that they are indeed who they claim to be, because there is this commitment, and Mayor Bass spoke to it, of our investing in our community, our investing in our local businesses. By a show of hands, how many of you have your business inside of LA County? There we go. Now, if you're not certified, you can say that, but you can't prove that. Well, I can prove it, John. I can prove it. Well, can I prove it for you? Local certification says that our agency is vouching that you are indeed headquartered in Los Angeles County. As the Olympics come here, they're wanting to know, how can we access those local businesses? John Reamer and city family and county family can say, because they're certified. We're looking for small businesses. How can we know where they are? We have a database on ramps that Office of Procurement is overseeing that shows you're certified, because we have a what? We have this database that has your outline, if you will, for lack of a better way of saying it, your profile, that lets individuals know you're certified as a, and we'll go down the list. You want a carpenter coming to your house, an electrician coming to your house, or a plumber coming to your house, you want to know that they've been trained and they can do what they claim they can do. We want to make sure that you are indeed a small business, that you are indeed, and I'm going to be repetitive on purpose, a minority-owned or a women-owned or a service-disabled veteran-owned or local-owned. We want to know that you are, not someone claiming to be, but you are. Why is that important? Again, because it protects the legitimate small businesses from someone who's claiming to be but is not. So it provides for you opportunities. If you're not certified, I so encourage you to make sure you don't leave here today without talking to the men and women outside the Bureau of Contract Administration. They will provide you a sheet that looks like this. And it will show you the many certifications that we have. BCA, B as in boy, C as in Charles, A as in Apple, .lacity.org. Go on the website, find out about certification. It does not cost you anything but your time, not your money. We don't charge you, but we want to make sure that everyone knows who you are, so when you go and tell your story, you're someone they're looking for. Did I answer your question, Rosa?
You know, John, I think you really answered my question, but John, did you say it was free?
It's free.
Oh,
It
okay.
is free.
I just
Once
wanted to
again,
make sure.
applaud Mayor Karen Bass.
Yes.
It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing but your time. And I know your time is not free, but we will do everything we can to help you get the certification, because as you heard Eric earlier say, The Olympics is one and done. And we want to do the best job we can, but I'm sure you're not in here today because you just want to be an entrepreneur for the Olympics. You want to be an entrepreneur leading up to the Olympics and an entrepreneur after the Olympics. And so we want to prepare you to take advantage of all the procurement opportunity. I can go on and on and on, but we have two other fine gentlemen here that have something to say as well.
Thank you, John. Thank you. So you heard right here today, get certified, take advantage of free services, accessing LA. And now, thanks to our mayor, Karen Bass, in partnership with the Economic and Workforce Development Department, Procure LA launches today, here, and that is a service that you absolutely want to take advantage of. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to go and look at Billy. And Billy, can you tell me how can Procure LA support small businesses? And what is PACE's role in this initiative? Tell us more.
Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Billy Chun. I am with PACE. And a little bit of background on PACE. We're a nonprofit community organization. We've been around for 50 years. We're based right up here in downtown. And we just serve the community. Oh, thank you for that one applause. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Through the course of these 50 years, we do everything from helping small business community, job training, free childcare for low-income community. We have affordable housing units all over the LA area, so we do a lot. But we're here today to talk about the small business community. And if there's one thing I want you to take away, well, there's a couple there's a lot of things, but 3 words I want you to remember. We got you. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur that wants to start a business, don't know where to start, you need help with putting together a business plan. You need help with applying for a business license with the city, because you need to do that. Don't forget to apply for a business license from the city of Los Angeles. If you need to get certified through all these programs, we got you. If you're looking to grow your business, maybe add employees, maybe get a business loan, and your bank it's not really giving you the loan that you need, we got you. If you need help with kind of going through the procurement process, you don't know where to start, you need help with that, we got you. So here at PACE, we've got business counselors, we've got loan counselors, and we can sit down with you and give you that advice, walk you through everything, and really help you. And our hope is we help you grow, because we only, we're just here to lift you up, and you are, as time and time, as you heard before, you are the backbone of this economy. It is the ideal scenario where you grow and you hire within the community and you add to the local community economy, and that's where we want to see. And so, again, at PACE, we feel your pain. We're a small business too. We apply to all these contracts with the city, with the county, with the state, with the federal government, with private corporations, and we know bidding on these contracts, it's not easy. It is not easy at all. So we've been in your shoes. We completely understand. And so as the mayor talked about today, as we've talked about today, we're excited to announce that we're part of Procure LA. It's the Mayor Bass's and EWDD's new program initiative on helping small businesses get contracts. And so the website is up. Go to procurela.com. If you remember, pro, as in we're all professionals, cure, as in we're going to solve all these contracting obstacles, LA, because we're the best city in the world, let's be honest. That's right. Procurela.com. I encourage all of you to go to the website right now. Please don't crash our website. But go to the website today, sign up. There's all this information. Again, this is a partnership with the mayor and the city, and we're so glad to help. We've been doing procurement for a long time. We're also a designated MBDA. That's just Minority Business Development Agency. That's a program through the Department of Commerce. We've been doing this for a few years. We have staff, we have resources. We will get you what you need. Again, 3 words. We got you. Thank you.
All right, Billy. So, in a nutshell, if you want to be contract ready, let's do it with Procure LA, right? Let's make sure that you take advantage of those services. And did you hear what Billy said? They contract as well with the city, with the county, with the feds, with the state. They go on and on and on. So they have some serious expertise, right? So let's make sure we visit them. And Enrique, now let's talk a little bit about what resources are available for small businesses to take advantage of contracting with the county.
The Apex Accelerator within the Office of Small Business at the Department of Economic Opportunity, we prioritize awareness of the business and the value they bring to the government space. So we really want to be aware of what the attributes of the business are. We want to find out about you because we want to leverage that value towards local contracts, state contracts, federal contracts. And we couldn't be happier that the Olympics and the World Cup are going to be here soon so we can prepare businesses for the procurement environment that businesses will be facing. The process of assisting a business to be government contract ready is embedded in the Office of Small Business. We have an economic mobility initiative where it provides a field of services that can be relied on by businesses to obtain legal assistance, to be able to obtain marketing, graphic design assistance, you name it. The partners that we have contracted with as a result of this economic mobility initiative is vast. On top of that, government contract readiness is something that we've been working in the space of. I've started with the program in 2015, right? And so helping businesses understand, we've been, in many cases, client-led. The questions you had, we have needed to have answers because we want to be the value that you want to obtain through our services, right? We provide you with market research software. We can provide you with the pricing so you know that your pricing is going to be relevant. We can provide you with a list of the agencies. Who's spending the money in your industry, right? On top of the foundation level stuff like registration and certification. By the way, John asked the audience how many businesses are in the County of Los Angeles. I saw nearly every hand go up. How many businesses here are certified with the County of Los Angeles and certified with the City of Los Angeles? Okay, so I think there's a lot of room to grow, and the county is committed to tripling those certification numbers. Tripling those certification numbers. Why? Because we want to also triple our utilization, right? There's a big gap between our goal and where we currently are. Sure, we've been growing by leaps and bounds in the amount of utilization since 2017. But we still have a long way to go, and we want to ensure that the Department of Economic Opportunity is essentially drawing attention to the departments that need to be buying more from certified businesses, right? And so that's part of our task, the greater task of the Department of Economic Opportunity, is to ensure that the entire county is on board with the certification, so these certifications and their purpose are being fulfilled, right? So the Apex Accelerator is free, right? We're partially funded by the County of Los Angeles, partially funded by the federal government. We have 3 of our counselors here outside of the exhibitors booth. We invite you to have a conversation with them so we'd be able to begin the assistance process because we understand. I remember my first day getting acquainted with government contracting and the panic that set in, right? And wanting to make sure that I was prepared for businesses and the questions that you all had, right? So we want to find out about you so we can leverage that value and meet it with the opportunities that we're going to find for you. We've got bid matching services. Last month we matched businesses with 180,000 bids. We also have GovSpend software for procurement market research too.
Thank you, Enrique. Thank you. Well, listen, we are excited to be able to provide all of these resources for you all. Please make sure to visit our exhibitor booths. You know, right out here, we have our wonderful team members Shout out to all of our staff that is here from the city of Los Angeles and the different departments, the county. And so please take advantage of all of these free resources available to you. Let's make sure that all of these contracting opportunities, these procurement opportunities, these bids come to you. And let's make sure that you win them as well. So with that, in closing, thank you very much, my wonderful panelists, for joining us today. Big round of applause for them. And thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Rosa, John, Leah, Billy, and Enrique. We appreciate all of the insights for the small and diverse businesses in LA. We thank you for joining us at the inaugural Los Angeles Sports and Entertainment Supplier Diversity Summit. Happy networking.